Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed the hand, and went upstairs to fuck her.
The full effect.
What the fuck are they doing?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
I've never even heard of him.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I've been asking you file. I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I've been asking you file right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the video, so I'm going to Cali. I said I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I said, man, the rapper on the city, that nigga, he rigging. We pull out with them guns. You know me in the real. Well, mama pays, I ain't having. Let me since that I was real. Now I can't look like an ape and I will never squeal. Would never ever run my mouth, cause I swear I'm too real. Yeah, I'm in the ring scoring, I'm in the life for real. Why the fuck you can hate it? I'll ride you to chill. You gon' really piss me off, and I'ma pull up with the steel. I'ma pull up with the drink, go and get your ass killed. Man, stop capping, cause I'm fucking wicked. I pull up to your city, tell me your location, bitches. You know we fuck that shit. My youngest know you killin', I wanna grind, got money in my mind, put money on my wrist, so I can tell the time. You know I'm rapping the job and I'm trying to eat. All around the world I'm doing shows, I really come to eat. They trying to play on me, I swear I'm doing shit. One of my time I was poor and I ain't have shit. Every day I'm just riding by the same outfit. I done came up, I'm switching cars, now I'm switching shit. These niggas mad at me, ain't wanna clone me. I'm in Miami right now, I'm off of South Beach. I'm living large, I'm living life. They know me, wanna take my life. Yeah, it's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I'm out there doing this video shooting on the Cali. I'm on my mama, and I'm in Miami right now. I'm in the 305, yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Pull up with a red car, my life is on now. They wanna play with me, they wanna clone me. I'm bad bitch, Latino, she wanna sleep with me. I'm in the 305 right now. I'm in Miami right now. On Ocean Drive right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami. I'm in the 305. 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 I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Yeah, and the front car. Now come look at me. I'm the youngest in the game. You can't beat me. Cause I'm that nigga from the bottom. No, I will never change. Diamonds on my hoodie. I got diamonds on my chain. I'm in this so no, I swear ain't no game. Yeah. In Miami right now. And the 305. Yeah.
Yeah. Tactical nuke incoming!
I sat there and watched your ass eat a whole meal for $5. You had a fucking box of pizza, a slab of ribs with a side of large fries, but ain't offered me shit though. After I just got you from the hospital last night. Oh, that shit ain't scare you, huh? But you just want to keep stuffing shit down your mouth.
I just want to go back.
You want somebody to feel sorry, but you keep eating. Honey buns and shit under your bed. Yeah, I saw you last night trying to sneak them under there. I don't know how you got down, but I saw you.
Where?
Where? What the fuck you mean where? Oh, your big ass won't quite slow. All right. Tell me what the fuck this is then right here. Honey buns and shit. Oatmeal cream pie. What else you got under this motherfucker? Twinkies and shit.
Stop yelling at me.
Stop yelling at you. Your kids in this bitch home. Ain't eating shit. And you say, all right. No, I ain't put shit up, man. I ain't feeding your big ass home. Hey, baby. Me and the kids about to go to Burger King. You want something?
late night crew. Happy Friday, motherfucker. We in here. It is a great day, so they tell me. Say what's up to your boy. Bob, Janice, what's happening? Purse, Regina, Scott Johnson, Inner Space, Green Fishing, what up, cuz? Joy, what's happening? Kendra, what it do? Dante, what up? Chadrick, I see you, bruh. Stay safe out there. Christy's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to my wife. I won't be here tomorrow to say it, because I'll be with her tomorrow. Thinking about DJing the night before Logan Paul or Mike Tyson, whoever the fuck, Jake Paul. First of all, make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. Everything else shall follow. I'm ready to get it in today. This Sarah Boone shit crazy. I think I want to hear me a song before I get to talk about this crazy lady. Stu-doo-doo, do-do-do-do-do, bum-bum, stu-doo-doo, stu-doo-doo, dum-ba-dum-ba-dum, Shayna, what's happening? Me and this motherfucker. Let's get to work.
South, splash. South, splash. Nickname my chain more Cuban, that ain't mad at me. $500,000, that's a bitch player salary. These type of sticks, you can't find them at Academy. Walking out of Louis, but my whole fit gallery. Pour up an 8 watts of soda, make bubbles. Husband and left, I got in trouble. Roof can't close, so I bust out the muzzle. That boy made back by the double. Out in Miami, I can't find bitch out the car. Just cause the spin was ugly. We do not want them bottles, you gon' sip from the bar. Just bring some ice for the muddy. Just had a threesome with Blossom and Buttercup. Green and red fly in the club with that bubble butt. She got a kid from the house, I don't give a fuck. I got the low, now I'm finna say buddy up. Soon as he drop off the baby, go hit him up. Fly to LA for 2 weeks and go live it up. No styrofoam for the coin in the coffee cup. Hate on my name, major.
Nopper, what up, cuz?
South, splash. Nickname my chain more Cuban, that ain't mad at me. $500,000, that's a bitch player salary. These type of sticks, you can't find them at Academy. Walking out of Louis, but my whole fit gallery. Pour up an watch the soda, make bubbles. Husband and left, I got in trouble. Roof can't close, so I bust out the muzzle. Who? That boy made back by the double. Out in Miami, I can't find bitch out the car. Just cause the spin was ugly. We do not want them bottles, you gon' sip from the bar. Just bring some ice for the muddy. Just had a threesome with Blossom and Buttercup. Green and red fly in the club with that bubble butt. She got a kid from the house, I don't give a fuck. I got the low, now I'm finna set buddy up. Soon as he drop off the baby, go hit him up. Fly to LA for 2 weeks and go live it up. No styrofoam for the choir in the coffee cup. Hate on my name, make your make up and cough it up. Putting that shit down, I spent $1 million on clothes. Putting that shit down, I spent $1 million on gold. Putting that shit down, I made $1 million bang rolls. Putting that shit down, I think I spilled on the floor. PTSD, putting that shit down to the floor. Gravity, Louis V denim to the toe. They mad at me. Put down with that on the low. Gravity.
Switching my jeans up because I'm so heavy. Binary trigger shoe like automatic. Turn off his TV if he wants some static. I got that dope, I be selling blue magic. Louis V monogram tee with the trainers. Block 43 and a fanny for danger. Mansion, NBA player for neighbors. Buy out the Gucci store, we doing major. Took out 2 banks, I just made me 200. Brand new McLaren and big O 200. Play with a kid and get beat with a musket. My shooter from Dallas, he rocking the mud. I'm styling on niggas, D.O. for the bucket. I'm shopping in Denver, I feel like a nugget. I'm pulling they strings, I treat bitches like puppets. I give me a low, hit the streets and I dunk it. 4 ring from Johnny, they shining and twinkling. On the West Coast with a plug, I be mingling. Keep that shit family, I'm serving my siblings. Try trigger shoot with a bird like it's Middleton. Big money spent $100 million on garments. Got me for my carpet, I'm still riding charge. Up a few M, but I still got that hunger. I'll go hit the yo and I'm going way harder.
Putting that shit down, I spent $1 million on clothes. Putting that shit down, I spent $1 million on gold. Putting that shit down, I made $1 million bang rolls. Putting that shit down, I think I spilled on the floor.
Quit telling all these folks we partners, nigga. I was just serving you. Telling all these folks we cool and shit. Nigga, the nerve of you. Bitch, your body faking, you ugly as hell, so I'm curving you. If you knew the losses that I took, that shit'll humble you. Baby girl, quit bugging me. She say she like the thugging me. Black and yellow charger, I be sliding in that bumblebee. He not really street, I can tell he just the wannabe. Can't lay up with no freak, boy, I'm everywhere the money be. Grizzly belt, I come take your shit and you won't do nothing about it. Then go dump this shit and count the rats inside the stolen Audi. I spent 40K just to shop, this a Louis outing. Walking around the bay with the Glock, fuck you won't do about it. Nigga played you for them bags and you just charge it to the game. It ain't hard to see, I knew your pussy ass was super lame. Pull up to the bank, we'll drop some coins and cop another tenant. I just hit up Chase and told them niggas to increase my limit. On the hunt, smoking nicotine, trying to find the lick. If you don't deserve that pistol, then my youngin' gon' come take your blick. Come get these bags, they gotta get sold. We in the spot, nigga, we in that mode. Pushing the demon on lose control. Fashion, I just be copping their clothes. Smash, I just be wiping their nose. Good I got the spot beat. Big boss got a team in. Good drink got me kick snap. Star player, not the 6 man. We get that money, it's clear. I see why walking through clear. All of my numbers is clear. Windows be tinted, not clear. That nigga pussy is clear. I have emotions, it's clear. I grow this shit and it's clear. I'm having bitches, it's clear. I'm having foreigns, it's clear. I have emotions, it's clear. That nigga pussy is clear. Quit telling all these folks we partners, nigga. I was just serving you. Telling all these folks we cool and shit. Nigga, the nerve of you. Bitch, your body faking, you ugly as hell, so I'm curving you. If you knew the losses that I took, that shit'll humble you. Baby girl, quit bugging me. She say she like the thugging me. Black and yellow charger, I be sliding in that bumblebee. He not really street, I can tell he just the wannabe. Can't lay up with no freak, boy, I'm everywhere the money be.
Got a whole TV down, I set up Dr. Road, brand new Dior Python, y'all copping on the light day, got a 50 rocket retro. I was out of Portland Ground, back scene, Dane Little. Brand new tech, cost 100, I'm playing with a compact 4-5 green bean, came with a head ring, horoscope, make a couple thing club. Had the car roll through the list, they were too hard. I'ma let the shots ring out like a shooting guard. I just made a 40 from the Barclay debit card. I was out of home, kinda hit me with a Zard, tried to feel carry set, but the double bag go yard. Surf jacket, yo, and chart, watch the Ozark. Just pad nigga with it one, you need 3 label, breaking down bud on the 5-rack, coffee table.
Plus in the load, I ain't like got sit back. Young nigga boy, so I made him go spin back. He don't know the address, spin the whole cul-de-sac. Drake with a biscuit in the cane with a shoulder strap. Unks in the pack when he came, he was deep fried. Say you got a plug with the bag with a cheap price. Shawty can't shop in the truck, got D9. I was in the trench with the gang like a D-line. I was shooting movie with a bit like a GoPro 509. I done done like a Romo. Ops don't get spent, roll him in the toe, flip the whole car, you gotta fix it up with Bundo. I'ma be the pack in the trap like a Mundo. Ballin' on you niggas in LA like Alonzo. You ain't finna shoot it, what the fuck you got a gun for? Still in the trenches cause a nigga really won't smoke.
Got a whole T that I sent up the Dr. Road. Brand new Dior Python, y'all copping on the light day. Got a 50 rock a retro. I was out of Portland ground back scene, Dane Lillard. Brand new tech, cost 100 and playing with a compact 4-5 green bean. Came with a head ring horse, go make a couple thing club. Had the car roll through the lips, they were too hard. I'ma let the shots ring out like a shooting guard. I just made a 40 from the Barclay debit card. I was out of home, kinda hit me with a Zod. Tried to feel can't say but the double bag go yard. Surf jacket on and try watch the Ozark. Just paying nigga with it one, you need 3 label. Breaking down blood on the 5 rack coffee tape. Had to call the road truck, made a few jewels in it. Too much jewel, cause I ain't got room in it. 1 stick, 1 compact, got 2 with me. 1 light skin, 1 dark, got 2 in it. 3 month run, no sweat, made 2 million. Have a T as a profile, got too many. I'ma get some M's, I don't care what it cost. He gon' catch a body for a circle, he don't care what the cost. They pull up with the blackout, nigga, we on pop shit. We gon' treat the nigga like a mosquito, we on all shit. Me and J Rock counting up, eating crawfish. Going with the black like a nigga playing offense. Niggas say took something from me, that nonsense. Cartier having it baguette with the blue lens. 2 rat sweatsuit playing with the red trunk. Riding in the sprinter with the TV and white seats. We gon' leave a nigga outstretched with a white sheet. Size 47 in New York, got big feet. They was 13, 25, I just bought 3. I'm a fleet every time, they ain't never call me. Shot at this point, she said, you ain't never call me. I was playing me, fucking little shot at all beat. I'm a real plug, I ain't talk to you, pep squeak, fuck it. I'ma go and get it here next week.
Happy Friday, motherfuckers. Let's go ahead and talk about this crazy bitch. She crazy. Miss Nitra, what's happening? Andrew, what up, though? Number 5, what's happening? 46 in Dior. Nigga got big feet. True story. Now, I would never buy no Dior shoes, but I do wear a 46 in Dior. Only way I would wear Dior if it was literally given to me. That's how I feel about literally all of that shit. The only shit I'm trying to pay for, the label I'm trying to pay to wear is that LNC, nigga. Fuck you niggas. Clee, what's happening, cuz? Sarah Boone. You have the floor.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Stephanie, what up, cuz? We in here? We in here? Motherfucking shout out to motherfucking Potato Gaming. It's slowly but surely hit me. I mean, what the actual fuck? What the actual fuck?
Welcome back to another episode of Dreading, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today, we are going to be ending our coverage.
Damn it. Why does it do this? I gotta figure out why it's been doing this. I think it's the website. Hold on. Because it's just this picture for some reason. So I'm about to re-encode it again. So I need about 60 seconds. Now, if you're already on replay, you've already skipped past this and just went to it anyway. Rule number 5, did you see the machine? I thought the brick was big. This motherfucker's like 4 times the size of the brick. Damn, come on. You gotta finish and then this one. Has she been sentenced yet? Indeed, number 5. Indeed. All right, there goes that one. Shit. Now finish this one, motherfucker. Reminder, this is my last day on the air. I will be doing we will be doing a live reaction to the Mike Tyson fight this evening. That should be fun. That should be utter loads of fun, actually. Man, I can't wait to react to this fight. That shit's gonna be so much fucking fun for me. I ain't gonna lie. I get to live react to a Tyson fight. Like, you want to talk about, what do the kids call this feeling? Meta? This is meta. Ain't that what the kids call it? Like, bro, I remember being like 7, 8 years old over like family house with what you talking about right now. Everybody sitting around drinking, getting the reefer going, and watching the Tyson fight for 10 minutes. I mean, and then a lot of people always act like you bought the pay-per-view and then it just came on for 10 minutes and then went off. Like, bro, by the time Tyson would come out and knock the nigga out real quick, there had already been like 3 hours of boxing. And it wouldn't be whack. It'd be, it'd be up and coming people and all this other shit. And then, the lure ends up turning into people would pay $60. There's only, well, if the fight goes all the way, it's only 36 minutes. 36 minutes, add 12 minutes for a break. So that's 48 minutes. Wrestling, you pay $60, you getting guaranteed 3 hours of the shit. But like I said, it's the whole ambiance. You go over people's house, the whole shit's on, and the fight's on in the background. Some people are watching, some people ain't. Everybody's mingling, eating snacks, drinking and shit. And then when the main event comes on, everybody shuts the fuck up, gathers around each other. Obviously with Tyson, the walk-in is going to most of the times will be longer than anything. I mean, Mike Tyson ain't never had that flair anyway. Remember, this is the nigga that used to just come out with a white towel with a hole cut in it. This nigga had the most plain out black trunks, white towel with a hole cut in it. Coming to the ring, Iron Mike Tyson. Him? I'm knocking him out? Okay. Now, we do got to show some shit that happened at the weigh-in. We'll show after Sarah Boone. Some crazy shit happened at the weigh-in. Mike Tyson slapped the shit out of that nigga. Apparently, Mike felt like he stepped on his foot. And so Mike Tyson slapped the shit out of that nigga. But obviously, I personally think there's, I think Mike Tyson's getting ready to get knocked the fuck out tonight. And I'm like the only person that wants to really admit this shit. He about to knock Iron Mike the fuck out. It's not going to go long enough for Mike to have to bite no more. And that's another thing. My cousin vouched for me. People don't really realize that, like, when Mike Tyson was like, when he bit Holyfield ear, do you not realize how many times Holyfield headbutted him with that big ass head of his? No cap. Go back and watch. And Tyson kept complaining about this nigga headbutting him. The referee didn't give a fuck. So Tyson took that shit in his own hands. Motherfucker, Holyfield, go back and watch the Holyfield kept headbutting that nigga, and Tyson kept saying something about it. And then I don't agree that that's how he should have handled it himself, but that was him handling. That was the ear thing was actually a retaliation thing. And a lot of people don't even realize that shit. The ear was actually retaliation. That motherfucker, Evander Holyfield got a big ass head too. And this motherfucker just kept coming in. Doof. Doof. Does that mean Mike should have bit the nigga's ear off? Of course not. But it does take away from the level of Mike is just this irrational, psychotic animal that can just go ballistic at any minute. Like, no, that shit wasn't unprovoked. I don't agree that's what he should have did, but it was not unprovoked. He stepped on Mike Tyson barefoot with some G Fazos. What the fuck are G Fazos? You know I'm old. The fuck are G Fazos? I only be wearing LNC and New Balance. I'm trying to start wearing New Balance. Man, Holyfield was headbutting the shit out of Mike that whole fight, bro. And I got to give Holyfield credit. He played that shit to perfection. He came out the full victim, everything. And nobody even, and like even now, like for even if you like, oh, wow, damn, I didn't even realize that. Even if you think that now, nigga, it's going to be hard for you to double back. Not no, because the way that you felt then, everybody, it was unanimous. Motherfuckers damn near wanted Mike Tyson to be put to sleep. And we got to put him down. Nope, that's it. He needs to be put down. Like, y'all talk about that nigga literally like a motherfucking whole ass animal in the wild, nigga. They sitting on Fox News. Should Mike Tyson be put down? Hey, man, I'm going to put it like this. Mike Tyson, you get knocked out. When I see you, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I ain't even playing. You just going to have to do me. You just going to have to do me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You let this little nigga knock you the fuck out? This nigga that look like motherfucking, Ryan Fitzgerald, you getting ready to get beat up by Ryan Fitzgerald, nigga. When I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. You just got to beat my ass. If you ain't gonna do shit to Ryan Fitzgerald, you ain't gonna do shit to me. Conscious was happening. I just want to make sure we get understanding. Like, I'm no longer gonna be. You can't have that lure. You low key can't have it no more if you don't knock this nigga out. You gonna lose a lot of points if you don't just knock him out and quick. I want one of them 15-second pay-per-view knockouts, nigga. If you ain't doing that, then all right then. But if you get knocked out, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. On sight. On sight. On sight. And after I slap the shit out of you, you gonna stand there and take a picture with me and smile in it. And if you feel like we gotta catch the fade, all right. But just know I'm not that worried. You got knocked out by Jake Paul. I'm gonna be all on. Hey, and watch. Soon as you get knocked out, the first thing I'm gonna do is go over to your YouTube channel, Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and comment on your last video, the last video that's uploaded. And I'm gonna say, when I see you in public, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Do something, nigga. Do something. But that's only if he knocked you out. Obviously, everything is still the same if you sock this nigga. Shotty was happening. Now, if you sock this nigga, Mike, cool. But if you don't, Sarah Boone, let's go.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Welcome back to another episode of Dreading. or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today, we are going to be ending our coverage of Sarah Boone by reviewing her cross-examination. Last week, we uploaded a video reviewing her direct, which was a mixed bag. The latter half of her time on the stand was impactful, with the defense going over all the documented instances of violence in her relationship with George, and how she had been sent to the hospital multiple times by him. This was done in order to make the jury and the public empathize a bit more with who Sarah is and her version of events. The narrative that Sarah had been trying to put forward since her arrest was that what happened that night was an accident, and that she only recorded the videos of George in the suitcase because she was dealing with intense trauma, that while she hadn't intended for him to die, she was also acting strictly in self-defense, and should be found not guilty. But while the evidence of him hurting her throughout the relationship was impactful, that didn't minimize what she had done to him. The defense didn't show the video of her mocking George as he begged for his life, but Sarah attempted to recontextualize the footage on the stand, saying that once he was trapped in the bag, she felt safe enough to tell him how she was dissatisfied with their relationship. She was angry, but recorded the video in order to play it for him the following day, so he could see the error of his ways. But that does not align with what we saw. Sarah wasn't sitting down, calmly trying to tell her partner how his actions have hurt her throughout the relationship. She wasn't making light of the situation and telling him that she wanted him to change. She was mocking him, telling him that he'd better stop talking since he was running out of air, and laughing when he begged to be let out. She said that it was revenge for all the times he had hurt her, and when he allegedly tried to get out, she hit the bag with a bat. The defense had no choice but to put Sarah on the stand, as the baseline facts of the case did not lend themselves to her defense. There was no version of events where Sarah didn't take the stand and insist that George's death was not her fault, but we cannot properly emphasize how bad of a decision it was. We have stated in no uncertain terms countless times that taking the stand in your own defense is the worst thing you can possibly do, regardless of if you are innocent of any wrongdoing and sincerely think that your input would help the jury understand your point of view. It's possibly the worst thing you can do if you were to go to trial. You have to come across as likable and sincere, while also answering questions from a lawyer who has likely spent the past couple months, if not year, going over how to lead the jury into thinking the worst thing they can about you. They will have studied your defense, gone over everything they can know about you, and you would have to try and defend yourself, all the while not coming across too hostile, lest the men and women of the jury find you abrasive. And in this case, Sarah's legal team only had a few—
And this is all while facing a body.
—weeks to prepare. While portions of the testimony were decent, we went over the numerous times where Sarah could not help but disparage her ex-husband and George in ways that felt spiteful and dehumanizing, which was obviously antithetical to their goals. But now, we are going to watch the prosecution's redirect, which they've been preparing for years. Every time Sarah was given a new lawyer and the court date was pushed back, that gave the prosecuting attorneys more time to put their case together and create the following line of questioning. Sarah's antics helped the prosecution without her realizing it. We'll leave a link to our coverage of the first portion of the footage in the description box down below, if you missed it. Again, we plan on having better internet by the end of November, which means longer videos at a more regular pace. As always, if there's a video you would like to see,
shout out to Drayden, make sure y'all subscribe,
or a story you would like to bring more attention to, email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. I'm constantly going through the email and adding your suggestions to the list, with the ultimate goal of covering every case that is sent to me. Be mindful, we are not a law enforcement or an investigative agency, so sending us information that should be sent in to the authorities or expecting us to solve a case is completely unreasonable. We are merely here to report the cases as honestly and respectfully as possible. If you write to us with the understanding that we will do anything more than report a story, we apologize for the confusion. But with all of that said, let us begin.
Any cross-examination?
George knows somebody named Crystal? Did you ever mention Crystal in your text messages about being one of his bitches?
I don't know. I don't remember.
How about Christine? Did George know a Christine?
I don't know.
How about a Pamela Erickson?
These may have been people that he was communicating with on whatever the platform was.
On your phone?
I believe so, yes.
And did you find these communications?
I believe I found one or two of them from some of them.
And did you send a long letter to his family to relay to him about George and his girls that he was cheating on you with?
I believe so.
Okay, so you do know those names, right?
I don't remember them. It's been however long.
Okay.
So one of the main issues that Sarah has displayed through her pretrial antics and letters is that she doesn't like to feel like she isn't in control. It's the reason why she was going to have to represent herself, and why the legal team she has now, who is helping her pro bono, has made a significant amount of strange decisions throughout the trial. If Sarah has an opinion on a subject, she will demand that it be done her way. Our comment sections have labeled her a Karen for that very reason, as she cannot handle being told no, even if the other party explains why doing things her way would not work. This is a mild example of that. If you are on trial the way that Sarah is, and you're...
Because for her to accept your suggestion means that she was wrong, and somebody like her thinks that being wrong about anything is the most embarrassing thing on earth. There's nothing more embarrassing in life than being wrong about anything. That's crazy, bro.
Were apprised of all the case details, which Sarah was, you would be aware of the names he just listed out. Moreover, you would assume that these names have something to do with the case, so feigning ignorance would be useless. But Sarah has characterized the prosecution in this case as being the main antagonist to her life. In her letters, she has directly accused the man questioning her as being part of a conspiracy to wrongfully imprison her, strip her of her rights, and profit from her case. She has stated that he is evil and should be disbarred for his crimes. So Sarah, like Robert Tellis and Tony Todd before her, is not going to help him in this questioning. She doesn't want to make things easy for the man that she thinks is single-handedly trying to ruin her life, and she certainly isn't going to agree to things, even if it would make her look better.
Now, on February 24th, 2020, you called 911 at about 1 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And at that point, you were still feeling a little intoxicated, were you not?
It was more shock, but yes.
Pausing once again, here is where Sarah's time on the stand during the pretrial motions hearing has come back to bite her. A link will be left to our coverage of that in case you missed the upload. But for those who are unaware, during a routine suppression hearing, Sarah was called to the stand in order to testify. This was and is still incredibly unusual, but it seemed that Sarah was of the belief that she could sway the judge to agree with their arguments if she had the chance to speak freely. This didn't work, and she managed to change her story while on the stand, stating that she was still inebriated when the police arrived on February 24th. Though she already appeared impaired on the body cam footage, she had maintained up until that point that she was sober the next morning, which was a completely unnecessary lie. The prosecution can easily argue now that her narrative cannot be trusted by the jury, given the fact that immediately after finding her boyfriend's dead body, she lied about unnecessary details in order to hide her involvement. She deliberately...
So, again, this goes back to what I was just saying about not wanting to be wrong. So, I can't agree with this nigga about anything because I hate him and he hates me. So, can't agree. Bro, anybody who can sit that shit aside will always be in the power position. Anybody that can admit that somebody that they don't like is right about something, you'll always be in the power position. That petty shit where you're like, I don't like them, so I can't ever admit that they're right about anything. That is just dumb, and you see what it just got her. She done already got on the stand in a suppression hearing and testified that she was still feeling drunk when the police got there. This nigga brings that up and was like, would you agree? No, I wouldn't agree to that. But bitch, this is what you said.
hindered their case, which they could argue she wouldn't have done if she were innocent. A defendant's testimony can only be impactful if the jury believes that it's honest. If you go on the stand and give a different story than you gave to the police, or repeatedly change your story and get caught in multiple lies, most jury members are going to walk away thinking that you were a liar. If you are proven to have lied a significant amount of times, all in ways that benefit you, what's to stop you from lying on the stand when your own freedom is at stake? Sarah taking the stand during the pre-trial hearing was a monumentally horrible idea, but it's unlikely she views it that way. So let's see if that will sink in.
So you agree that you previously stated I was still, I believe, intoxicated to a degree?
To a degree, yes.
So 1 p.m., it's about 14 hours after 11 p.m. the night before, correct?
I'm guessing so.
Right. Well, 12 hours prior would be 1 a.m., and then 12 a.m. is 13 hours. 11.
My favorite part is when I hear the tone of her talking, I'm like, I think you be thinking you coming across as like soft-spoken, and you look like a mean bitch. You look like how you sounded on that camera. Like, I'm just being honest. If I was sitting as a jury, I'm like, so she's trying to talk nice while just sitting there with a permanent scowl on her face.
1 p.m. is 14 hours, correct?
Okay.
And
J-Rock, what's happening, cuz?
you were present here for the medical examiner, Dr. Zadovich, to testify, correct?
Yes.
And you heard her talk about all the effects of ethanol that it has on the human body, correct?
Yes.
And she also mentioned something that it, on average, dissipates at about 0.015 an hour. Do you recall that?
I believe so.
Okay. So, would it be fair to say that if you're still feeling the effects of the alcohol at 1 p.m., so it's 14 hours, 0.015, you were at approximately about a 0.21 at 11 p.m. the night before. Do you feel like you were 2.5 times the legal limit at that time?
I don't know how you came to that number.
Judge, I'm going to object.
Approach. Approach. I don't know how you came up with that number. This bitch really thinks she's smarter than everybody in this courtroom. It's wild to me. Potato game, what's happening, cuz?
Pausing for another moment, whenever Sarah is given these few moments on the stand, or her lawyer is arguing on her behalf, you can almost get a sense of how she feels this case is going for her. She continues to bite back smiles and smirks, because to do so blatantly would be inappropriate when you are accused of murdering another party, but it seems obvious that she feels like things are going very well for her, which they are not. Nothing is more clear than that fact, but this still hasn't occurred to her, or if it has, she thinks that it's so ridiculous she simply doesn't need to pay it any mind. The evidence against Sarah is damning because of her own actions. She took the video mocking George. She left him in the bag, and even if she didn't intend for him to die, her actions in the video make it clear that she didn't care if that was the outcome. Even if everything else she has said has been truthful, the amount of goodwill and bias that the men and women of the jury would need to have towards Sarah would be immense for them to overlook that. So any sort of confidence in this endeavor is incredibly ill-placed.
You may proceed.
So you testified earlier that you all had about half of one of these bottles left from the night before, correct?
Yes.
Austin, what's happening?
And so would you agree that this is one of the 3 bottles that was purchased between February 22nd and the 2 that were purchased on February 23rd of 2020?
I'm guessing if it's like the bottle, yes.
All right, and it's 1.5 liters. Would you agree?
And you gotta understand, they were 100 pounds each, throwing back 3 liters of wine just in the middle of the day, nigga. Drunkards. She's bigger now, but when she was arrested, she was 100 pounds. And when he died, he was like 103, I believe they said.
And when you say half, are we talking about to the top of the label was left from the day before?
Oh, goodness, no.
All right, a little less, halfway through the label?
It's right about.
Okay, about halfway through the label.
Pausing for a moment because I want to quickly assess how much trust you would put into what Sarah just said. Knowing everything we've already established about the case, going over everything she has said and done, do you believe her when she says there was only that much wine left in the bottle from the day before? This is a person who, when asked by the police, said she only had a couple of glasses of wine and didn't inform them that they had finished multiple Magnum bottles. This is a person who claimed that they didn't drink to excess the night when George died. then later claimed that she had blacked out, but only right before she took the video of him in the suitcase, and came out of a blackout only 12 minutes later. Knowing all of that, do you find her statement credible?
Just blackout, no blackout. I was hammered. Nah, we just had a couple drinks, but I blacked. Like, this bitch is. Have you ever tried to find all sides in a story and then use it in the defense?
Let me know in the comments down below, because I think that would genuinely be interesting to assess. I hope not to color the results too much, but I personally don't think she's being honest. Though earlier in her testimony, she admitted to having a drinking problem for the past 4 years, she has heavily downplayed the role of alcohol in her life. She has lied about how often she drinks, how much she drinks, and will give herself the benefit of the doubt time after time. She already downplayed the amount of alcohol that she drank. And with the prosecution bringing the bottle, a visual symbol of just how loaded she was the night of the murder, it wouldn't be out of the question for her to lie about this detail in order to get the jury on her side.
So in addition to halfway through the label, which you began consuming after going to public at about 12:15, correct? So you all would have began consuming around 12:30, is it fair to say, when you got back?
I can't tell exactly.
Okay. And after finishing what you all had left over from Saturday, the two of you consumed two 1.5-liter bottles, correct?
I'm not sure about the second bottle that he purchased, if it was empty or not at the time.
Well, you did mention that the police would find two empty bottles in the top of your trash, correct?
Yes.
And we did all see that in the photographs, correct?
See that they were empty in the garbage, yes.
All right, and you say you were about 100 pounds at the time?
Yes.
And we all know Mr. Torres was 103 pounds at the time of his death.
Bucket. I was right on the money. Hashtag Shay was right.
Correct?
Ham dog was having.
All right, so that's 3 liters of wine between 200 pounds split between 2 people over the course of a day, correct?
Yes.
And you testified today that you were intoxicated at the time that this occurred, the videos between 11 and 11:30 at night, correct?
Yes, at some level, yes.
All right. Now, what does that mean to you? Previously, have you indicated that that means the room is spinning? Do you ever recall saying that?
I do.
So what was your level of intoxication at this point in time when the first video was filmed at 11:12 p.m.?
Do you mean from lack of sleep or alcohol?
From the alcohol.
What was my level?
What were you feeling? Did you have trouble with your balance?
I was more tired than anything.
Did you have trouble with your balance?
I don't believe so.
So you were able to flip a suitcase over with a 100-pound man in it, right?
Gotcha, bitch.
I mean, yes, it happened.
Okay. How about your speech? Do you feel like your speech was slurred?
Clearly.
How about your inhibitions? Do you feel like you were doing things that you wouldn't do when you were sober?
I wasn't thinking about that.
That's not the question, bitch.
Well, on reflection, do you feel like this is something you would have done when you were sober?
I didn't know Ian George.
I'm just asking you, looking back on this.
She can't even, he just gave you an alley-oop, and the whole reason he threw that shit up to you because he knew you was gonna let it fly out of bounds. Because you just got too much fucking ego. She can't admit that it was something she wouldn't do if she was sober. Because she would be wrong about something. All she has to do is say, yeah, my inhibitions were lowered and some of the stuff I wouldn't be doing if I wasn't drunk. But she can't admit that because that's embarrassing to her. This bitch on trial for murder, bro.
When he's in the suitcase and you're telling him how you feel, and then you wait 11 minutes and you film another 22 seconds, and then you go upstairs, upon reflection, is that something you would have done and left him in there had you not been drinking?
Just say the right thing?
I don't know.
That's her favorite answer when she knows she can't say yes because it is gonna make her look bad. She can't say no because that's gonna make her look bad. So all of a sudden she turned to Roger Clemens.
Can't say. If I was scared, then it would be something.
This is a terrible answer. Really just a
well, no shit.
Well, no shit.
Fundamentally bad answer, but there's a reason behind its poor quality. So let's review. Sarah's defense is that due to the abuse in the relationship, she restrained George in the suitcase for her own protection, and he perished as a result of that. That his hand poking out of the bag and him demanding to come out put her in fear for her life. She also maintains that she never intended for him to die, and it was only because she was inebriated and passed out that she left him in the suitcase all night. If her defense was solely that she never intended for him to die and his death was an accident due to inebriation, she could easily answer that of course, she would never have left him in the suitcase overnight had she been sober, because she would.
Now she's like, now that's on the table. Now it's on the table that even if she wasn't drunk, she'd still put this nigga in the suitcase and killed him.
Would have had the sense that he would die, that she would have never hurt him or killed him because she loved him. But she can't say that because half of her reasoning states that if he had put her in fear for her life whilst in the bag, she would have left him in there.
What up, Lana?
All right, now, today you testified about the time frame between the two videos, correct?
Yes.
So you came down from the shower where you were hiding, correct?
Yes.
And as you're coming down the stairs, before you even get to the bottom of the stairs, you can kind of see over your shoulder or towards your right that he's trying to hide in the suitcase, correct?
Yes.
And the lid is down, but it's not closed, and you can tell he's hiding in there. It's not a great hiding spot just yet, right?
Correct.
And so you come over to him, and you're laughing, right? And you move the suitcase around some before zipping it shut, right?
No.
No? You immediately zip it shut?
Yes.
Okay. And you're both still laughing about it, correct? All right. And then it's during this course of time, how quickly is it after you zip it shut that you begin filming the first video?
I don't know without watching it. I don't know.
What? You don't know? No. I'm asking about how long was it that he was in that suitcase before you hit record, bitch. Don't play dumb.
In our video of the direct examination, we asked you to note just how detailed her memory from the night was. She went over the entire day, from when she woke up at 10 a.m., to George asking to get drunk, to cleaning the house, going to Publix, spending a few hours outside, coming back inside because she stated he needed a change of scenery, which is still fucking wild to say, telling him to call his daughters, doing some arts and crafts, and a puzzle, and more. Sarah recalled everything, times, feelings, and thoughts. But now she doesn't know. Now things are blurry, like in the case of Robert Tellis, Nancy Brophy, and Richard Merritt.
And this is how stupid she is. She can remember every single thing about the day except anything that could possibly make her look bad, then she don't know.
Sarah doesn't like the prosecution. He's the man who is actively trying to destroy her life, and she thinks that by agreeing with what he says, or responding to his questions, he wins. She wants to make his life harder, even if she comes across as spiteful and further hurts her credibility in the process. Put yourself in the position of a jury member. You've been in court all day, and you haven't been able to communicate with anyone about the case, and you likely want to return to your daily life as quickly as possible. You have been dutifully paying attention throughout the case, and then, after 3 hours of testifying on your own behalf, you watch as the defendant pretends not to remember things she just said. Not only would you be annoyed, any faith you would have that she was being honest would be thrown out the window.
Okay, I mean, the video's not going to catch you zipping him up because you're like 10 feet away, right? How quickly after you zip him up is it before the video starts, is my question.
I don't know.
Okay. And then during that 9 minutes and 14 seconds is when he begins to get angry, correct?
What 9 minutes?
Between the two videos, there's 9 minutes and 14 seconds between the end of 1061 and the beginning of 1062 and 1063. So you got the 2-minute, 3-second video that starts at 11:12:45, correct?
I guess.
Permission to use state 17?
You may.
Like, and that's the best part. She really thinks she thinks she running circles around this nigga. Look at her trying, like she's trying not to laugh. Like she thinks she, this bitch thinks she the GOAT, bro. Look at her, nigga. She thinks she got this nigga flustered. You see that shit? This is insane to watch this bitch really, like she's trying to fight back from laughing at this nigga because she think this nigga fucking up. Wow. This is crazy to watch. This is crazy to watch. Like she's true life. Think like, bro, this is a case of narcissism on a level I've never like really seen before, nigga. Like this bitch really like all the way to the end of this shit. Like every time she was doing the shit with the lawyer, she thought she was coming across as a genius, nigga. Bro, the letters, we gonna have to go over the letters that this bitch wrote to the judge. These insane sounding ass letters, and this bitch thought she was just the truth with these motherfuckers. She had them hoes at the barbershop lining up the back of her neck. She thought she was genius, bro.
So we're looking at entry 31107. That indicates, according to the phone extraction, 2/23/2020, 11:12:45 p.m. Image _ 1062 movie begins being captured. And we've seen that that is about 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Entry 31113 indicates that image _ 1063.move.
See, what you didn't realize, bitch, was they was just getting the video and shit, the slides and shit together, like. Oh yes, I forgot about the ad she wrote for the last lawyer. I like her attorneys now. She got some attorneys just like, bitch, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Hey, we gonna do this. Oh, you got a better idea? Okay, cool. Cause that's what she lost all. She fired these lawyers that was just like, bitch, we can't do that. You gonna lose if you do that. Whatever. I'm right. So she finally got a lawyer that literally lets her be right about everything. The lawyer come in the room. Hey, so Dig, what you should do is this. Oh, you got a better idea? All right, go ahead. The other lawyers couldn't let her have it. The other lawyers like, bitch, you not fucking up my record and shit. You gonna go to prison. The jury gonna find you guilty. What are you talking? You don't know what you're talking about. fired 8 niggas. She fired 8 niggas that all try to help keep this whole death row or whatever the fuck she's eligible for. They tried. She wasn't hearing it. This lawyer right here, shit, you want to go to prison? Come on. And she ain't gonna be able to appeal shit. She can't appeal and be like, my attorney, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Because that nigga's gonna be able to prove. Nope. I came in the room with this. She told me to do this. So I did what my client told me.
Okay. 31113. A second movie is captured at 11:23:03 p.m. Your testimony was that after that.
So let me just pause. I know it ain't in focus, but you got to understand what's going on here. They so sick of this bitch where this bitch is trying to play like he was like, so he was talking shit. Okay, so there was a video at one time and that she recorded on her phone. And then 9 minutes later, she records another video. And her defense is she's trying to say that nigga got mad at her during them 9 minutes is why she ain't let him out. So this nigga's like, so you're saying that, so in your other testimony, you said that this nigga got mad during those 9 minutes. All she had to say was yes. Okay? All she had to say was yes. Because that's her defense. He's asking her about her defense. All she had to say was yes. She goes, what 9 minutes? The 9 minutes between the first video and the second video. Then she's like, I mean, I guess. Okay. Hey, hold on, Judge. Can I use the shit? Now they just gonna pull up her fucking phone records. They just pull up the fucking phone. They know how much back and forth this bitch tried to do, that as soon as they smelt it, they stopped and just pulled the records up. Now, you see right here, you did video 1 at this time and video 1 at this time. Was he getting mad in between these 2 times? Outrageous, bro. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life.
That first video was captured by your phone and you. Mr. Torres began getting angry and trying to push his way out, correct?
Say it one more time, please.
Between these 2 movies, of which there's about 9 minutes and 14 seconds, Mr. Torres begins to get angry and try and push his way out and get out of the suitcase, correct?
He had been angry on and off throughout the entire day.
She can't give him shit. She won't let this nigga have shit. This nigga can ask her literally what she, like, I'll give you an example. She can come in the courtroom and put on record, I had a turkey sandwich with cheese. This nigga will get up and go, so is it true that today for lunch you had a turkey sandwich with cheese? I've had a turkey sandwich with cheese before. I mean, I guess I did. But, well, okay, so we got a picture of you right here with a turkey and cheese sandwich. Well, I have been eating that all throughout the day. Like, I don't know why she thought this was gonna work.
Okay. You didn't tell us that earlier. You said it was a wonderful, fun day all day, correct?
That's because I lived.
Okay. But you did not tell us earlier today that he had been angry throughout the day.
When would I say that?
Hey, bro, she's done, bro. Nigga, but you didn't tell us earlier that this nigga had been mad. As a matter of fact, you said y'all niggas was chilling. You said it was actually one of the best days y'all had in a while. Hey, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that episode of The Office when Jan was fucking with Michael, and Jan was like, look, dig. Because, you know, Jan could plug him in. It was like, look, I can give you a 15% raise. All you got to do is ask for 20%. Michael asked for 20%. Jan was like, Nope, but I can give you 15. Start writing it down. The nigga said, wait, why can't I get 20? She's like, look, nigga, I'm about to hook this nigga. I think he wanted less than that. She was hooking this nigga up. I was like, look, nigga, I can get you 15, but you just gotta put 20 on the record. That nigga put 20 on the record. She was like, nope, but I get you 15. He's like, wait, well, why can't I get to 20? Like, what's all this shit be reminding me of?
You described your entire
Michael Scott in the deposition. No, this is total her, bro.
day of doing puzzles and arts and crafts and outside by the dartboard, and you said it was a wonderful day and everything was fun until he was in the suitcase. Did you not testify to that earlier today?
I did.
Okay then, so again, my original question, did the nigga get mad between those 9 minutes between she is off the chain.
Okay. My specific question between these two movies is, this is when he begins to get angry and trying to push his way out and to get out of the suitcase, correct?
Angry again, yes.
I can't.
But you just vouched. Listen to what just happened again, nigga. This is crazy.
Everything was fun and doing puzzles and arts and crafts and outside by the dartboard, and you said it was a wonderful day and everything was fun until he was in the suitcase.
So you testified that everything was fun until he got in the suitcase, right?
Did you not testify to that earlier today?
I did.
I did. Okay then. So in the 9 minutes between the two videos, is that when he got mad? Yes, again. Why do you have to add that again? She just don't want this nigga to be right fully about shit when it's just so doesn't matter.
Okay. My specific question between these two movies is, this is when he begins to get angry and trying to push his way out and to get out of the suitcase, correct?
Angry again, yes.
I cannot properly emphasize how stupid this response is and how damaging what she just said is. I was in a live chat watching this trial, and this moment didn't seem to stick out to the majority of people. So
how could it not though, bro? He ain't even got to his real line of questioning yet. He's just trying to set the scene to start questioning her, and she is fucking not even agreeing to shit that she said. He just coming up like, okay, so you said X, Y, and Z, correct? Well, I don't know. I guess. What do you mean you guessed? This what the fuck you said. So would you do any of this shit if you were actually sober? I don't know.
Remember, we're the wet bandits. Wet bandits. And W-E.
Shut up!
let's go over how her response just ruined any credibility she could have had. So Sarah is being purposely obtuse in a way that doesn't make sense for her credibility, but makes sense for her general worldview. The prosecutor needed Sarah to affirm that she had stated that between the two videos of her laughing while George begged for his life, that he attempted to get out of the bag and became angry with her. This is the crux of her defense, and the reason the battered wife defense was accepted. Because
she's literally, you understand that, right? You understand what he's saying? Her whole defense is the batter's wife defense syndrome, the batter's wife syndrome defense, which is he was whooping her ass so much that, yeah, one day she ended up killing this nigga, but it was because, she got scared, and that was just the only way, felt like it was the only way out, basically, right? She's so mad at this prosecutor that she can't even agree with him about shit that she actually said, that she knows she said, that she knows is on record. this is bro, she going to jail forever.
She wants to make her arguments as robust as possible and feels particularly defiant. She begins to add new details to her already established timeline.
Right.
She had over 2 hours on the stand.
Right. She added a whole new detail of, oh, yeah, well, he was mad throughout the day. Bitch, you said y'all had a good day. Now I get up here and now he was mad. Now you were mad at him throughout the, okay.
Where she went over everything that she thought, felt, and did leading up to George's death. How they had an amazing day together. How they laughed and joked and had an all-around wonderful time.
He ran
Now,
what's happening,
less than an
cuz.
hour later, she is claiming that he had gotten angry at her throughout the day. She is trying to make her case stronger without realizing she is hurting any credibility that she had. If they had gotten into other arguments during the day, if he had hurt her an hour before, or made threats against her prior to getting into the suitcase, that would have come up in her direct. They would have talked about it, gone over how those threats affected her, and how she was made to feel unsafe as the day continued. That didn't happen though, because she never told anyone prior to now that the day prior to his death had been anything less than amazing. So either Sarah has lied in her direct examination, or she is lying now, proving that she is the kind of person who will lie on the stand in order to make herself look better.
Exactly. Tommy, what up, cuz?
Got the cap.
Which is the exact opposite of what you would want the jury to think.
And he was expressing his anger in what manner? How did he say this?
At which point throughout the day?
Ma'am, you know very well that I'm talking about between these movies.
Like, unbelievable, this bitch. Did you just hear what she just tried to pull right then?
Anger in what manner? How did he say this?
At which point throughout the day?
You really think you establishing this whole thing? Bitch. Again, we're talking about a 9-minute span that this bitch is trying to play about.
Ma'am, you know very well that I'm talking about between these movies. Please answer my question. Between these two movies, how did he express his anger with you?
Told me that I was going to fucking die.
Okay. Now this is happening after he's already told you several times he cannot breathe in the suitcase, correct?
Correct.
And he's been in there for whatever brief amount of time it took you to zip him up, and the laughter stops, and then you go over and begin to film, correct?
Yes.
And you're filming. Your purpose of filming is to kind of teach him a lesson. This is your chance to say something to him when he can't say anything back to you, correct?
No.
Then correct me.
There was no lesson to be learned. It was just I wanted him to try to understand how I felt so maybe he could progress in being a better person the next day.
So there was a lesson to be learned. That's exactly what a lesson is.
So you wanted him to understand how you felt in the past, and that's not teaching a lesson?
She can't agree to shit this nigga say, and even at the detriment of looking like a fucking liar. Even at the detriment of looking like a fucking liar.
Try to...
Then correct me.
There was no lesson to be learned. It was just I wanted him to try to understand how I felt so maybe he could progress in being a better person the next day.
She wants me to believe she's a fucking stone cold genius, as she gonna sit here and pretend to not understand the definition of lesson.
So there was a lesson to be learned. That's exactly what a lesson is.
So you wanted him to understand how you felt in the past, and that's not teaching a lesson?
I just wanted him to understand.
All right, and so immediately...
He ran. They was so fucking hammered and was getting hammered on a regular to the point where ain't no telling how he got in that suitcase, why. I can't even say if it's something she completely planned or something she just took advantage of in the moment. It could go either way.
Prior to zipping him up and putting him into the movie, you had been upstairs, correct?
I'm sorry?
Immediately before coming down and zipping him up and then filming the first of the two movies, you had been upstairs in the shower, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to publish what has been labeled as image_1061, which according to the timeline was captured at 11:03 p.m. 31 seconds with her device.
Why you lying like this, bro? Like, nigga, Lennox was happening, Berg was happening. Like, look at this goofy ass shit. Why the fuck is she lying like this, nigga? Reality Check TV Chicago was happening, cuz. This shit's crazy.
All right. Does this appear to be the suitcase that's in question in the two movies that are filmed at 11:12 and 11:23 p.m.? Huh? This is image 1061 taken at 11:03 p.m. 31 seconds. Does this appear to be the blue suitcase that's in the two videos that were captured at 11:12 and 11:23 p.m.?
Correct.
Yikes.
Did you take this image at 11:03 p.m.?
I don't remember if I did or not.
Oh.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
And again, we had, and by we I mean you and Mr. Torres, two 1.5 liters bottles of wine and plus whatever was left over from the day before, correct?
That's correct.
3+ liters of wine between two people who weigh 100 pounds each is insane.
So you don't remember taking this photograph?
I don't.
Do you remember whether or not Mr. Torres was in here?
I don't remember taking the photo.
Okay. So, what is your memory of what happens between 11:03 p.m. and 31 seconds when that image is captured, and then when the movie starts at 11:12:45? What do you remember?
I don't.
Again, Sarah is being inconsistent with her memory when it suits her. All of her testimony and the defense's argument is based solely on her recollection.
Right, and no food. Wicked, what's happening? Shout out to everybody piling in. Early afternoon, early evening game. Happy Friday to all you motherfuckers. Great to see everybody.
What she did last night, how she felt, and why she was somewhat justified in taking George's life. Though she said she was drunk, she was able to recall everything with her lawyers, even putting in small dehumanizing asides towards George throughout. But now she claims she doesn't recall basic things. She has no memory of taking the picture, no memory of what she was doing between when the picture was taken and when she began filming, besides everything she stated earlier that would make her not responsible for her actions. Her memory
Winning
is entirely conditional. Anything she does that makes her look good, she remembers without issue. But anything that could make her look guilty, or just bad, suddenly she has amnesia. In our previous video, we went over how Sarah would subtly imply that her past partners were horrible people. She wouldn't state anything directly, but she would purposely use negative adjectives when describing them, and assert that they were responsible for everything bad, while she was responsible for everything good. In this setting, that kind of manipulation was easy to point out, but we discussed how it's a lot harder to recognize one-on-one. But this is obvious. The prosecution has already put forward the theory of what happened that night based on the evidence, and Sarah could easily deny their assertions. But instead, she just claims that she doesn't know what they're talking about, and she has no memory of the events she has already recalled in detail, and becomes obviously defiant. It's so blatant that it just affirms that she's lying.
Do you remember anything from that night?
I do.
You told the police on February 25th, 2020, when they first showed you the video, that you didn't remember taking that. Do you remember that?
I do.
And your testimony is you do remember taking that video,
I do.
but you don't remember taking that photograph 9 minutes prior.
Correct.
And you gonna stick with that answer. You know that's a bad answer and makes you look bad, right?
Is there something, did you have more to drink in those 9 minutes?
Don't say no. Like, you almost shouldn't even answer this question.
I did not.
So you remember that you didn't have a drink, but you don't remember if you took the picture. That's correct.
Was Mr. Torres in that suitcase the entire time between 11:03 when that image was taken and then when the second video was taken at 11:23 p.m.?
I believe so, yes.
What do you mean I believe so, bitch? Was he in the fucking suitcase during those 9 minutes? You telling us it's a possibility that he got out of the suitcase and back in it within those 9 minutes? Oh my Lord, bro. Oh my Lord, bro. Oh my goodness. This is wild on levels unseen by man.
Was Mr. Torres in that suitcase the entire time between 11:03 when that image was taken and then when the second video was taken at 11:23 p.m.?
I believe so, yes.
So for 20 minutes? Yes?
However long the time frame is.
Did he
Stop playing.
begin telling you that he couldn't breathe before the video, or do you not remember?
I don't remember.
Now, you testified moments ago that your two neighbors must have misremembered which night the loud noise was, correct?
Yes.
The old Roger Clemens misremembering. Go on.
And now you're telling us that you don't remember taking the photograph at 11:03 p.m., correct?
Correct.
Both of these things can't be true, lady. You can't tell us that some other niggas don't remember some shit when you sitting up here saying you don't remember. Wow.
Noise was, correct?
Yes.
Now, you testified moments ago that your two neighbors must have misremembered which night the loud noise was, correct?
Yes.
And now you're telling us that you don't remember taking the photograph at 11:03 p.m., correct?
Correct.
Based on the furrowing of Sarah's eyebrows, she doesn't seem to realize why this is being asked. So let's break that down because it's kind of funny. Sarah has shown that her memory cannot be trusted. She remembers everything she did that validates her narrative, until she randomly remembers other things on the stand or under cross-examination, despite the 4 long years it took for this case to go to trial. Everything that affirms her story is at the forefront of her mind. Meanwhile, any evidence that shows her own guilt, or goes against her own narrative, she can't definitively recall, so the basis of her story? Destroyed. Worse still is the fact that she has directly criticized and tried to debunk other people's witness testimony in this case, stating that her two neighbors who recalled hearing Sarah and George fight and a loud thump, as if a 100-pound suitcase had been thrown down a flight of stairs, were misremembering. It's widely believed that George's injuries within the suitcase came from her pushing him down the stairs, that she made up the story about hitting the suitcase with a bat because that sounds less callous than the truth. But to be frank, both are bad, and we will never truly know. Back to what we were saying, Sarah is trying to assert that the only credible witness that night is herself, that the two neighbors are either lying or misremembering, even though her own memory cannot be trusted. But she doesn't seem to realize that, even when it's directly pointed out to her. One thing that we've noted over our coverage of men and women with these narcissistic tendencies is that while they have a very high viewpoint of their own intelligence, they fall remarkably short when it comes to following their own thoughts to their logical conclusion. You would think that if you were going to argue that you were impaired and don't recall significant portions of an event, that you would recognize that you cannot comment on anyone else's recollection, but Sarah doesn't. She wants to be viewed as the only true witness, the only one that should be believed, and she doesn't recognize that everything she has said up to this point has made her less trustworthy.
Did the police come out to your townhouse on Sunday, February 23rd, 2020?
Yes.
I'm talking about Sunday. This is the Sunday fun day when we're going to Publix twice. Were the police out of your residence?
No.
It was the day after, Monday the 24th. Correct?
Yes.
And that Monday morning, you called 911, well, Monday afternoon at about 1 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And between that time frame, you were the only person in your apartment plus Mr. Torres in the suitcase, correct?
Yes.
So if anything had been disturbed in your apartment, you had all the time that you wanted to undisturb them before calling 911, correct?
If I wanted to.
Okay. And your testimony is there was no loud boom that shook the walls of your townhouse at about 11 p.m. the night of February 23rd, 2020, correct?
Correct.
How can both of these be true, lady?
To the best of your memory, correct?
Correct.
Now, that second video, the 22 seconds where you just hear him say Sarah and you don't say anything, you're familiar with that video, correct?
Yes.
It's after that that you go upstairs, correct?
Yes.
How quickly is it that you go upstairs after that?
It was pretty quick.
Can you grab the dogs?
No, the dogs were upstairs already.
Okay. Did you call 911 and let the police know that you had zipped somebody shut in a suitcase and they had not been able to get out for 20 minutes?
Barely.
I did not.
Did you go to Brian's house and tell him I had to zip Mr. Torres up in a suitcase shut? We need to do something about that before he passes.
I believe that's what the phone call was.
Okay. Well, what do you remember now about the phone call with Brian?
I know that I called him. I don't know specifically what it was about.
So it could have possibly been that you said that then, right? You don't remember.
Sarah doesn't realize she is saying conflicting things, which is frankly fucking strange to behold. She has had all the time in the world to prepare for this cross-examination, and she's doing so horrifically in a manner that I didn't think was possible.
Now, your testimony, it seems like you spend day after day finding things to entertain Mr. Torres to do, correct?
Yes.
Almost like having a child. You have your own child, correct?
I do.
What you described sounded like having a small child. Would you agree?
That's your interpretation.
Okay. Well, you take him from doing arts and crafts to doing puzzles, so on and so forth, correct?
When he's been drinking, yes.
Okay. And Mr. Torres was notorious for doing some of these things, correct?
What do you mean?
Well, you described Mr. Torres as being notoriously known for doing things. You described your ex-husband, Brian Boone, notorious for doing things like nagging and calling all the time. You remember your testimony calling people notorious for doing things?
Yes.
What would you say people would say you're notorious for?
Uh-oh. This is probably the hardest question she's ever been asked in her entire life. I mean, you said that George is notorious for shit. Your ex-husband is notorious for shit. What do you think people say you're notorious for? Oh.
Tactical nuke incoming!
And you would not answer Brian Boone, your ex-husband's phone calls just so that you could let him know that you're busy and you have things going on, correct?
I knew that at whatever time it was that he was calling me, that he could wait for the few moments of me getting up to where Lucas gets out of school at 3 o'clock.
Okay. But you wouldn't return his call. You would let him call several times, correct?
That day, yes.
Okay. How about other days? Would he have to call to remind you to get Lucas on other days?
He wasn't reminding me. He was just making sure that Lucas was covered for a pickup.
That's a reminder, bitch.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
She's the worst.
Return his call. You would let him call several times, correct?
That day, yes.
Okay. How about other days? Would he have to call to remind you to get Lucas on other days?
He wasn't reminding me. He was just making sure that Lucas was covered for a pickup or drop off.
That is what a reminder is. He wouldn't.
Like, oh my mama, bro. Like, oh my mama. Like, what else is that?
Need to call you if he was certain you remembered or was confident that you would follow through with your commitments. He had to remind you because you wouldn't do it.
All right. You didn't mention to the sheriff's office on either February 24th or February 25th about going to Publix with Mr. Torres at noon or 12:17, did you?
I don't recall.
So the best evidence of that would be the recording of those interviews?
Correct.
Did you not remember going to Publix with Mr. Torres that day?
At what point?
At any point?
No, I didn't.
You had indicated to the police that it was about 4 p.m. that you all had started drinking after doing chores. Do you recall that?
I do.
And your testimony today was that it was really more after you guys went to Publix at about 12:17 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And you did not tell the truth to the police, correct?
I'm sorry.
You did not tell the truth to the police about that, correct?
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
I did not.
And when they were asking you about Mr. Torres's injuries, you told them that you had nothing to do with it, correct?
Yes.
And that was not the truth.
Correct.
What did y'all have for breakfast on the 23rd?
I don't remember.
Did y'all have lunch?
I believe we had leftovers from, I think, something that we had in the fridge.
And do you recall what those were?
No, not at this point, no.
Sarah is further destroying her argument because despite her quick recollection earlier, she now appears to have no significant memory of the day in question. She can't remember what she ate. She states that she didn't even remember going with George to Publix the first time. And that's a huge issue because her entire defense relies on her recollection. Remember when we discussed how George made a second trip to the grocery store, one where he took Sarah's car to buy more wine? Sarah stated that she had not given him permission to take her vehicle and made it appear as if it was a huge violation of trust. But ask yourself, how can she honestly say that if she can't recall the first trip? If she was so drunk that early in the day off of the half bottle of wine they already had that she didn't remember the first trip, how could she confidently say she didn't approve of the second? How can she confidently recall that he only called his family at her insistence, or that there wasn't a loud boom that shook the walls of the townhouse that night? Her statements don't line up, but she seems entirely unaware of that fact.
And then I believe you mentioned having a sandwich of some sort for dinner?
No, I believe it was for, I'm guessing he and I ate at the same time.
And at one point, Mr. Torres called his brother Juan, correct?
Yes.
And do you admit that you were yelling in the background, telling Mr. Torres to tell his brother that he had been choking you?
I don't know if I was yelling. I know that he could hear me through the phone.
Okay. So how long had that been going on that day? When did you start getting on Mr. Torres about choking you in the past?
He and I had conversations about it because he didn't remember doing it to me. And the next day and the day of.
Is it fair to say that there are just points in time where you don't remember what you do either, correct?
Are you talking about almost 5 years ago?
I'm talking about from drinking. Is it fair to say that you don't often remember things that you did while you were drinking?
I would not say often.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah cannot be doing a worse job with her answers. Her tone and general behavior is fine. She's not being openly combative, and we've certainly covered worse defendants, but she's doing such a terrible job without realizing it. So let's review what has happened thus far. Over the past 30 minutes of cross-examination, Sarah has added details to a story that she has been telling for 4 years, openly and objectively lied on the stand, and has repeatedly stated that she doesn't remember anything that occurred the night of George's death that goes against her defense. She has asked the jury to overlook the video evidence, the witness testimony, and any other evidence against her, and to trust her, even though she has admitted to having virtually no solid memories of the night in question. And now she is claiming that even though she admitted to having a drinking problem, she did not regularly black out or forget things while drinking, that this event was out of character for her, even though less than an hour ago she stated that that was not the case. Those two things cannot both be true. Any goodwill she had garnered from the direct examination is completely out the door now. Even when it doesn't matter or doesn't go against her case, Sarah will just lie and make shit up.
In the course of your relationship with Mr. Torres, are there things you don't remember happening that happened the night before between you and him?
I can't say that at this point.
But you said that you don't remember taking that photograph at 11:03 p.m. on February 23rd, correct?
Yes.
Hit the like button, hit the PayPal link. Today is our last day of the week, so let's hit the goal today. I will be gone for the rest of the week after today. So let's hit the goal. Hit that like button first, foremost, before, during, and after.
Was there anything else that you were telling Mr. Torres that he needed to tell his brother?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Was there anything you were telling him that he needed to tell his daughters?
Not that I can recall.
So you got a rhythm going.
Now, you indicated that Mr. Torres would use your phone to look at pornography.
Correct.
Were there ever any points in times when it was you that was used looking at pornography?
So you said that nigga was looking at smut on your phone. So was there ever any time when it was actually you?
If I was, it was to go back and look to see.
If I was, it was so I could look back to see. Bitch, what? The fuck does that mean? Stay safe, potato.
Did you ever threaten to get Mr. Torres arrested if he did not do what you wanted him to do?
I wouldn't say threaten.
Okay. Well, were there ever points in times where you would like him to call you or return a call, and if he didn't do that, you would threaten to get him arrested?
It depends on if he had my keys or something that I needed from him.
So, yes.
I think it's apparent that if you were telling someone that if they don't do something you want them to do, that you will call the police on them, that is a threat. Sarah would routinely tell George that she was going to call the cops on him if he didn't call her back. That's obviously not rational, but it's also a threat. One of Sarah's main issues is that she doesn't see her own faults, even when they are in the past. She could have easily stated that she did do that she was under the influence at the time, because she had an unhealthy reliance on alcohol. Even though that wouldn't excuse the behavior outright, her accepting blame and fault in that instance would help her look repentant to the jury. But instead, she tries to state that it wasn't a threat, and she only did that when it was appropriate, even though it obviously never was appropriate.
And it was your townhouse, correct?
Mine, yes. Flush hours.
When did you get him off the lease?
I'm not sure what year it was, but I don't think he was actually removed from the lease.
Okay.
I think he was made a different type of tenant.
And did you change the locks so that he couldn't get back in at the points in times when you kicked him out?
I did, sometimes.
Okay. And then would you leave the key in the hiding spot that he was aware of?
There were multiple hiding places.
Okay. On any of the 911 calls, did you ever mention that Mr. Torres was aware of where you kept your keys and that's how he got back into the house?
I didn't know I needed to.
Okay.
He would never break into my home.
All right, and it's your testimony that you did not push him down the stairs, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, it was him that dragged you down the stairs the night before, correct?
Yes.
Now, by dragged, did you leave your feet?
Yes.
And did you get scrapes on your knees or anywhere from the carpet?
I'm not sure. I don't...
Did you get any injuries, like bruises or abrasions or scrapes?
I was missing a wad of my hair. Yes, that was on the stairwell.
Okay. And you agree that you were photographed on February 24th when the police came out, correct?
The day of the incident?
Well, the afternoon after the incident. We're not sure when he passed.
Yes.
Some of those photographs showed ashtrays inside your house. I thought you said you guys couldn't smoke inside your house.
We couldn't.
But you did, right?
Sometimes, yes.
Like, she won't give this nigga 1 inch, bro, even when she should.
And you agree you would go to the hospital and tell them things that were not true, correct?
Yes.
There were times where you would go to the hospital and leave without getting treatment, correct?
Yes.
And is it fair to say that you often had alcohol in your system when you were going to the hospital, correct?
Sometimes.
All right, so just to summarize the day to make sure we understand it. You all wake up sometime in the morning, but it's an unknown time, correct? On February 23rd.
Or early afternoon. Yes, I had a problem with the detectives and them having me guesstimate times.
Okay.
Sarah is now saying that any definitive time that was present prior in this case is now the fault of the detectives, which is strange, because she didn't feel the impulse to state this earlier, when she was discussing the day on direct examination. She had no issue giving precise times then.
Are you the kind of person, like most of us, that uses your phone when you wake up?
No.
So the first activity on your phone may have nothing to do with when you woke up. Is that fair for you?
Yes, other than looking at the time possibly.
Okay. So, at some point you wake up, it doesn't sound like you have breakfast, correct?
Right.
You do some chores, correct?
Yes.
So that is true. That part of it is true. You did do chores before going to Publix at 12:17?
Yes.
All right. After chores, you go to Publix and you get that 1.5 liter Magnum bottle of Woodbridge Chardonnay, correct?
I'm not sure what Magnum is.
1.5 liters. Instead of the 750s, it's the double size. It's like 2 bottles of wine.
Okay, yes.
So you got a 1.5 liter, right?
Yes, it is the larger bottle.
And you got home, and you at 100 pounds and Mr. Torres at 103 pounds began drinking this wine, correct?
I'm guessing so. I'm not.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
I'm going to guess times.
Well, don't guess. I mean, you got home from Publix. When was your first drink?
I'm not sure. I mean, we could have continued to do whatever was left over from what we didn't do before we went to Publix.
Okay. So you may have started drinking even later, correct?
Then
12:30 when you get back from Publix?
I don't know.
Okay. Was it 1:30 or 2:30 when you began drinking?
I don't know.
All right. Was it before any of the phone calls to the brothers and his daughters?
Yes.
And so you drink what's left in the bottle of wine from the day before that's halfway labeled, correct?
At some point.
And then you drink 1.5 liters of wine, and he goes out and gets another one on his own without your permission or suggestion about 5:30, correct?
Correct.
And then you all consume that one as well, and it ends up in the trash can at the end of the night, correct?
Apparently.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
At what point in the night does your memory tape stop? Because you've described that it wasn't on at 11:03 p.m. when that photograph was taken. What's
exactly he ran?
What's the last thing you actually do remember prior to these videos being made?
I don't recall it at this
Word.
point. I don't remember.
Okay. All right, and so it ends in hide and seek after arts and puzzles, correct?
Yeah.
He says, tag, you're it, but you run and go upstairs and hide, right?
Yes.
So does that mean he's it and he's supposed to come find you?
No.
Okay. So you both hide?
No.
Okay.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Got you, bitch. He tells you tag, you're it, and then you go hide. You've got you said that, huh, bitch?
How does this work?
I don't know how to tell you.
Okay.
I was it, and I went and hid.
I mean, my understanding of the rules of hide and seek is one person will be it, cover his or her eyes and count to like 20 and then go find the person that's hiding. Is that your familiarity with the rules too, or do you guys have house rules? Cool.
I understand how the
Okay.
hide and seek works.
So explain to me, what was your expectation? You go up to the shower, were you expecting him to come find you?
I was.
Okay. And after a while, he did not come find you?
Yes.
And that's when you return downstairs?
Correct.
And because of the way your townhouse is set up, you can kind of see over where the suitcase is and that he's trying to hide in there, but it's not successfully hidden just yet.
I mean, yes, you have to come down a good ways in order to be able to
Right.
do that.
Right. But you saw, you testified that was before you got to the bottom.
Yes.
All right. And then you come over there and thinking that it's funny, you zip him shut, correct?
Yes, we both thought it was funny.
Okay. May the defendant stand down?
Entered into the well?
Yes.
Yes.
Go down.
Deputy, could we release her into the well, please?
This bitch thinks she's so smart, bro. She really do. This is the part that be blowing me. That shit sounds stiff than a motherfucker.
All right. Miss Boone, can you demonstrate for the jury where Mr. Torres' head was and how his body was positioned in the suitcase, if you don't mind?
His back was this way and his head was here.
All right, and then is it fair to say his feet are kind of down here, which would be the front left corner from their perspective in the jury box?
Yes.
And then his knees are kind of tucked up towards his face.
If I remember correctly, yes, that's the position.
Okay. All right. Can you help me understand how it was that you zipped it shut? Can you show us where you say you left an opening that his hand got out of?
Would it be easier to put it down here?
I didn't want to make you go down there. If you're happy doing that, I'll let you.
Hold up. Does she need to be wearing gloves?
Yes.
Agreed. She's going to be manipulating it.
This bitch crazy, bro.
She getting ready to get a kick out of this, nigga. She about to get a kick out of handling this suitcase again, nigga.
What do you want her to do?
Just demonstrate how she zipped it shut.
Okay, well, where's the paper clip? And do you remember what? Which one it was in?
This side.
Katie, what's happening?
Judge, the paperclip was on when this event occurred. When we pulled the suitcase out earlier, the paperclip was not attached. So now the prosecutor has attached the paperclip. We don't know if that's the way it was attached.
It's not even a paper clip.
We
Okay.
don't know if that's the proper way that it was attached. But he's asking her now to pull.
Is there an objection?
Yes?
Approach.
And she thinks she look good too.
Objection's overruled.
All All right.
I feel most comfortable, sir.
Madam Court Reporter, you ready? Can we see how it was that the two zipper parts were positioned when you say that Mr. Torres was able to get his hand out? If you want me to do it, I'm fine to take your direction.
From what I remember, this is how the suitcase was. This was up here. This was not this hard either. So this was like here.
Okay.
Right here.
This is ridiculous.
About right there, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I assume this one was much closer. It's not over there? Where did you?
You asked me where I zipped it.
When you say that was zipped shut, show us.
Are you talking about how I zipped it, or?
When you're done
Oh, my
zipping it
Lord,
shut,
bro.
inside of it, where are the zipper components?
Just tell me where it's at.
I mean, it was the corner. I mean, the corner was
right
kind
here?
of open. I mean, it's not. Yes, this one was already pretty much. Yes. From what I can remember. That's
From what I can remember. She's
how
such a
he was
fucking
coming
idiot.
with his hand out. It was
Bro,
like this.
I be loving this shit. I love seeing motherfuckers who think they so genius go down like this.
Corner part.
Okay. Thank you. You can return to your seat.
She thinks she bodied right now. No, her attorney this was the smart thing that her attorney did. If it was the prosecutor down there, she was never going to agree to the positioning of the suitcase. So that's why he just went over there and did it so we can just get, bitch, this how it was? Cool. Yeah, this was it.
Ever change the position of those zippers once you put it in that position?
I did not.
How you know? You ain't remember shit.
So once he was zipped into there, there's some amount of time, but you don't remember specifically before you start taking the 2-minute video, correct?
Yes.
And then that's when you say what you say, and that's when he says what he says. We've all heard it, correct? And then between there and that second video of the 22 seconds length, it's at this point where he's beginning to get angry, and then that's when you take the baseball bat that's in evidence, and your testimony is start poking him with the end of it.
Did you say this was the second video?
Between the two videos, that's when you started hitting with the bat because he was getting angry and trying to escape, correct?
Right, I was not hitting him. I was, yes.
Sarah was hitting him.
I wasn't hitting him. I was pissed. What?
For the story to align with the evidence, she would have had to have hit George with the bat hard enough to injure him through the suitcase. Again, his injuries were consistent with either being pushed down the stairs in the suitcase or struck repeatedly with the bat. But now she wants to say she didn't actually hit him with the bat. Again, she seems unable to keep the story that her legal team prepped her on because she doesn't like being told that she did anything wrong.
Did you ever hit him with the bat while he was outside of the suitcase?
No.
So each time that he is hit with the bat, it's through this suitcase. And that's what leaves the marks on him because you didn't hit him with the bat outside the suitcase, correct?
Yes, if you'd like me to demonstrate.
No, that's okay.
She wanted to beat the shit out of that suitcase in the middle of the courtroom, nigga. The prosecutor's stupid. I'd have let that bitch get up there and beat the shit out of that suitcase for the jury to see it. Oh, you want to demonstrate? Go ahead. Please demonstrate how you was whooping this nigga's ass in this suitcase with the bat. Please. Prosecutor, you fucked up. You should have let her get up and demonstrate this.
And that's what leaves the marks on him, because you didn't hit him with the bat outside the suitcase, correct?
Yes, if you'd like me to demonstrate.
No.
Would you like for me to demonstrate? What the fuck?
It's okay. The suitcase will speak for itself. And then you take the second video and you go upstairs and go to bed, correct?
I apparently went upstairs and I used the phone to make a phone call.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
All right. And at the point in time when you left and went upstairs, he was still inside the suitcase, correct?
Correct.
Was he still asking for you and calling your name?
Not that I can recall.
Did you say shh to him again?
I don't remember.
Did you tell him that this was his problem and it's on you again?
I don't remember.
Did you do anything to help him escape from the predicament that you zipped him up in?
No.
No other question.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Now, she want to go renegade? Go renegade, bitch.
A redirect examination.
Miss Boone, he just asked you the question that you poked him and you didn't poke it. You poked, every time you poked him hard with the bat, he was inside the briefcase.
The suitcase, yes.
The suitcase. But you remember when he put his hand out, did you not hit him in the hand outside the suitcase?
Yes.
Okay. So that was the only time the bat touched Mr. Torres's body outside the suitcase.
Yes.
Was when you hit him with a hand. But all the other injuries were with you poking him pretty hard. I mean, you bruised your hand, correct? Doing that. Thank you. That's all I need.
Ma'am, you can return to counsel's table.
So that
Just a whole ass L, nigga.
was her time on the stand. Sarah felt seemingly confident with her testimony, and after the defense rested their case, the jury was sent to deliberation. After less than 2 hours, they returned, having unanimously found Sarah guilty of second-degree murder against George Torres. She
I love you. I'm sorry I said I love you.
is currently awaiting sentencing, but her lawyer has already filed a motion for a new trial, which has as much chance of being granted as she had of being found not guilty. If you have made it to this
You got a better idea? Oh, okay. Two hours. It took them 2 hours to find this bitch guilty. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Oh, I remember everything. Except anything that makes me look bad in any way. I don't remember what time I woke up. If you're trying to use that. I don't remember going to the store. I don't remember none of this shit. But you said all this. I don't, maybe. Well, during this time, was this the time he got mad? Well, he was mad throughout the day. Well, you said it was a good day. I did. No, drive safe, Andrew. P-Love, what's happening? This is the craziest shit I've seen. That bitch. I've never seen somebody just blatantly contradict themselves on the stand. multiple times, like to that extent. Well, shout out to the replay crew. I've been trying to get them chapters in. 2 in a row now. Just wow. We will be live reacting to the Mike Tyson fight this evening. And then I will be off for the weekend. Spend some time with that lady. And that's about it. Nothing too special. Chilling. No, the fight's on Netflix. The fight is actually on Netflix. Deanna, what's happening? Oh, nom. So that should be fun, everybody. We should have fun together tonight. That's fun. Fun. I do hope Christy liked the gift that I got her. And if she don't, shit, better luck next year. Better luck next year. What the fuck am I supposed to do? If she don't like it, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm cruel. I didn't even, you act like I said I didn't get her shit. The fuck else am I supposed to do, nigga? Exchange it? It's literally something I can't get refunds. Both the things I got her, I can't, I don't, the second one, maybe I can, maybe. So no. She might as well just wait till I get paid then. By the time I get the refund, all that shit, it's going to be after I get paid. So then I'm going to have to double dip. Look, man, y'all already got me doing the most. We chilling tomorrow. I'm going to take her out when I get paid. Because I used her money to buy her gifts. She know, nigga, we got legal fees. So this shit different. So it ain't like, I'll talk my shit. But again, we know what it is. But that's why I was really curating this whole birthday gift shit. I really try to put some real handle and care into it. So if she don't like it, bitch, better luck next year. The fuck? I put real time and effort into this shit, nigga. So if you don't like it, bitch, better luck next year. Matter of fact, on her birthday, I'm dropping better luck next year merch. Damn, man. Motherfucker be trying as hard as ever, and then I still get shot in the face. Like, I can't do shit right. That nigga can't do shit right, bro. I try hard, too. I haven't even said it over the air because I don't even want to ruin the surprise of it. Nigga, it sounded real hard. No, how come don't nobody see the confidence in that? I say I put handle and care into it. Everybody already telling me to take the shit back. All I said was, if she don't like it, better luck next year. That's all I said. No, take it back. Refund. No. You don't even know what the fuck it is. Again, let me remind you of something. I'm that nigga. She gon' like it, or we gonna take the Boston route. We gonna slide that old suitcase out. You can get the gift, or you can get the suitcase. The fuck? It's y'all fault, man. Y'all motherfuckers is so picky, finicky, but don't want to tell us shit. You should know. How? You won't tell us. I just swear it is. But let your birthday come around. She don't even remember what basketball team you like. You like the Falcons, don't you? Bitch, you ever seen me root for the Falcons? That's how y'all do though, bro. That's all right. I ain't tripping. My confidence sky high. Sky high. I done put so much care into it that she not gonna trip about going out to dinner next week. Watch. Yeah. Eagles, Falcons, ain't that the same thing? Oh, so now the Eagles and the Falcons are the same. Right. I'm gonna be sitting on Father's Day with a Bronny James Jr. I'm gonna be sitting there with a James Jr. jersey on. Mad the motherfucker. Christy would never. That's why I married her. If she know, she already know. She know. Like, if a motherfucker hit her, hey, so should we get Shay some NBA shit? Hold on. If you gonna get him some NBA shit, there's about 5 or 6 things he won't only. Yeah, but I heard that he like him. Yeah, he like him, but he wouldn't wear his jersey. Like, you can get him like a hat from them, but if you getting like a jersey, you probably should get one of these 3 or 4 player. Like, she'll get you right. That's why I married her. She know it's gotta be that eagle green. When she getting put out. The first time she messed up, she getting put out. She the one told me to get my Warriors jacket. She was like, look, you better get that jacket, because if you don't, I'm getting it. I said, well, bet. My jacket. I was like, wait, so we leaving out of here with this jacket regardless? And it may be not mine? Fuck that. Then them beat you up and took it anyway. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember at all. I just remember that Bronny James was utterly trash and averaged 0.7 points a game. He didn't make a 3 the whole season, but yeah, I don't remember. I cannot recall. So they shouldn't be walking out. I heard that they're gonna be walking out around anywhere between 11 and midnight. Closer to midnight is what everybody's aiming for. But we'll be on well before that. I'll probably be on, what time is it now? It ain't even 7 o'clock out east. So yeah, I'll probably be on like 10 before 10, 11 east. I'll definitely be on before 11 east. Sarah Boone, yeah, you got. Hey, so look, this is what we should do. I think that we should file this with the court. Wait, you got a better idea? Sure, go ahead. Greatest lawyer ever. The rest of them lawyers wanted to argue with this bitch. These lawyers like, nah, go ahead. Oh, you want me to file appeal? I will. So he know it's getting denied and everything. Hey, they denied it. Yeah. Glad we listened to you. Oh, it starts at 8. They not coming out. Mike Tyson them ain't walking to the ring until 11:30 Eastern. So I expect a lot of antics. So who knows what all? It's probably gonna be a fucking like. It'll be more like, I would aim for it to be more like a WWE pay-per-view than a true boxing event. The universe is lucky because the universe had to craft it a certain way because I'd have took my black ass to Dallas tonight. I'd have streamed from Dallas. That's not too far. But the Lord said better than that this time. Is it that many? It's that many? Is damn. Probably. And I wonder how many of these fights is going to include influencers of any kind. Peace out, Hound Dog. I'm gonna clock in. When I get over here, I'm gonna look to see what the card is, and then I'm gonna clock in maybe about an hour before they come out. Hour lead up is enough, especially if I don't know none of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It'd be different if it was like a bunch of, like I said, if I see the card, if I go look at the card and be like, wait, is this, and this? I'll be here. But if not, catch me about an hour before. Chad said it's 6 fights. That sounds a little more doable. Let me see. Tyson Paul card. Lucas Body versus Armando Casamonica. Bruce Carrington. Has this already happened? Hold on, man. I don't want no live. Just give me the motherfucking. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. I hate how they be making this shit so confusing. All right, in progress right now. Body and Casamonica are fighting. Bruce Carrington defeated Dana Coolwell by unanimous decision. Then you got Shadeja Green versus Melinda Watpool, WBO super middleweight title. And that's for the prelims. Then the main card is Niraj Goyat versus Wenderson Nunes, debut. Okay. So I'm sure the debut nigga's gonna win. Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos for the WBC welterweight title. Then Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano for the WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF junior welterweight titles. And then Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. 50-6 versus 10-1. Yeah, nigga. So I'll be here an hour before. See you later, Regina. Dinner does not sound like a bad idea. I got to take football to get this spray that she want to get for her mama, and then I'm trying to figure out what to eat. So I guess say peace to your boy. I'll be back in a few. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's all that's required is they hit that like button. Oh, what a day. L's plenty. Clee, Scott Johnson, Janice, Chadrick, Miss Nitra, P Love, Kendra, Katie, Anita. We got one more. I'm not sliding over to gaming because I got to make this run. But then again, I'm probably lying. I can't believe this bitch is this. Well, I mean, I believe that she's this crazy. It's just. Wowzers. You know what I mean? Like, for her to do that with that prosecutor just made me, it really made me laugh more than anything, because no matter what, she was not going to let that nigga be able to say she was wrong about shit. She would just let the jury do it.
I sat there and watched your ass eat a whole meal for $5. You had a fucking box of pizza, a slab of ribs with a side of...
Bob, you know how much a motherfucking some roses cost? Motherfucker, look. She getting ready to get some motherfucking Werther's Originals. Yeah, she at the age where I can get her Werther's Originals now.
Large fries, but ain't offered me shit though. After I just got you from the hospital last night. Oh, that shit ain't scare you, huh? But you just want to keep stuffing shit down your mouth.
I just want to go back.
You want somebody to feel sorry, but you keep eating honey buns and shit under your bed. Yeah, I saw you last night trying to sneak them under there. I don't know how you got down, but I saw you.
Where?
Where? What the fuck you mean where? Oh, your big ass wanna play slow. All right. Tell me what the fuck this is, then, right here. Honey buns and shit. Oatmeal cream pie. What else you got under this motherfucker? Twinkies and shit.
Stop yelling at me.
Stop yelling at you. Your kids in there, we in this bitch hungry. Ain't eating shit. And you say, all right, no extra shit up, man. I ain't feeding your big ass no more, dog. Hey, baby. Me and the kids about to go to Burger King. You want something?
Yo,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yup,
boys?
Scott.
How are you?
Make it
Yo,
them.
got me up. Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
What's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside? Guys.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve LeVois. It's okay, I have vape in here, right?
Wait until you see what I actually did for this motherfucker, though.
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in the G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 What I can be for you.
But is she getting anything extra, nigga?
Barely. Finding you is like a treasure. Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. what you did, who you were with. I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction? Or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
What I can be for you. 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 What I can be for you.
Well, I can say I at least fire this game up, try to at least once a day so I can, you know, drive to work. Yeah, I play a little bit. Been on that Black Ops and baseball lately, though. Sprinkle of GTA. LNC Gaming.
Crushed it.
God is great. 42 years, 364 days. Let's see what tomorrow brings me.
Guys, I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't want
Jess.
to hurt myself.
You got a pee?
It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
you gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay. Just
Good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull on
side.
your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You got it.
You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Yep.
Like you're jumping onto your bed on your side.
Just let go and turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay.
Heffa.
I've never even heard of him.
I'm petty.